What is Drayton's major?
Drain's major.
Drayton's major.
It's as you wish. It's as you choose.
I don't know if it's ever
I don't think it's ever
specified.
mentioned. No.
He never is in class. He never has to worry about school. All he does is mope about football. And I'm thinking, come on, isn't there somebody here talking about, let's get a degree out of this?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if the plan is to just get scouted from school or like I don't. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I have a backstory. I mean, I can't validate this, but
Yeah.
at least in the creation of the character, I thought he was going to pursue law because I made the backstory that the father went to law school and, of course, was a star quarterback himself. So I imagine he'd follow in his father's footsteps. And it also made sense to be of a narrative contrast to Dallas's character. But that's
Right.
just my interpretation.
Yeah, no, totally. I think that makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Well, then, we have these kind of, if you will, other ones that could be partners with them, but they're like glowing. I would grab them in a minute. Why? Shouldn't they have like some little fault or something?
Thank you. I mean, I guess I think the thing is that I would say that both kind of characters are representative of like the fact that there are tons of wonderful people out there, and when you're young and you're in these situations, I think that there's definitely those questions run through your mind of, have I picked the right person? Is this my person forever? And so I think that they are very symbolic of that kind of other fit potentially, and I think that that's really important to come up against in choosing somebody.
Absolutely.
How soon after the first film did they say we want a second one? I mean, was it very quickly?
It was very quickly. I
The
mean,
turnaround was like,
it's insane.
Yeah.
I mean, transparently, actually, it's factually true is that we actually went to camera in 4 months from the release of the first film. So that tells you how fast it all got accelerated.
nothing happens that fast. I feel
No,
like
I
it's
know.
like
That's-
very unique in that sense.
Oh, for sure.
Was it easier then because you'd already been there, you'd done that, and you knew what to do? Or
I'd say that it comes with its own challenges, but I had such an amazing time with the cast, the producers, and everything that we fell right back into it. And I think a lot of the times, at least as a director, when we're shaping the characters, especially in the first movie, we're always thinking about where they're going to go next. What are the next challenges they could face? So I think that we already had some preliminary discussions, not planning for a sequel, but just in shaping the characters and their journey, that when it came time to actually make the sequel, we already had a lot of those discussions. So it was really exciting to be able to finally actually put it to screen and evolve and go even deeper.
so, part 3
Yeah.
is that on
And
the?
that's the aspiration.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll
Fingers
see
crossed.
how far it goes. Actually, I mean, we were just all talking about this casually after the movie was done. Is that the big dream, at least for me, would be for us to create a Sidelined universe. I think we've created rich characters, a rich backstory that can go in any different direction, and so why not?
Right. Oh, I see it happening. I'm all ready for the next one. But picking Noah, and I'm sorry I didn't ask you this before, but how did you happen to hit on him? Because he's an influencer and doesn't have the acting background the other actors do.
Well, actually, funny enough, he came and approached me. He was actually one of the original executive producers that was interviewing directors. So he was actually attached to the project from the very beginning. And I had to say that when I first met him, I was over the moon. He was a person who was extremely passionate, very dedicated to his craft, very disciplined, very open to listening, open to offering feedback. And these are all the qualities I'm looking for when it comes to finding a creative partner to work with. And certainly when we came to all of the rehearsals and everything, he really embodied the character so well that it was a perfect match.
Yeah, I've been acting for 20 years now, and I was very impressed with the way in which he had approached everything. I really feel like he's doing it the right way. Like he was telling me he was taking classes and he was training, and it's like, as somebody who's been doing it for their entire life pretty much, I was very, very impressed that, he could have not done all of that. Obviously, people love him and he's very naturally charismatic, but I really respect the fact that he's taking all the right steps and he wants to learn and he wants to grow and really dedicate himself to this.
Yeah, it shows. But
Yeah.
you think, oh, influencers, really? Are you coming into our world? What's this? But
It's actually funny you mentioned that because I've been directing TV before these features, and a lot of my experiences actually came from working with a whole array of different actors, from children who have never acted a day in their life before to seasoned actors. And what I found is that the best thing you can do as a director is to find commonalities and find some experiences that they've had and discover what they can also bring to the table from their personal life. So the fact that Noah's an influencer or a social media star comes with a lot of pressure, and I can actually make those parallels with Drain and how he feels the pressure from the fans and the adoration of his campus, his cohorts, his family. And we're able to kind of tap into that. So I think that Noah was able to not only bring his life experiences into it, but augment the character with some of the stuff that he's experienced himself.
Yeah. He was also a collegiate athlete, too.
Yes, he was also a collegiate athlete. Yeah.
how hard was it to get USC to go in on this? Were they like, wait a minute, we got to see everything, or?
Well, I can say that it happens that I think one of our producers in Canada actually has a connection to USC, and it actually made a lot of sense for us. We knew that Cal Arts was going to be the destination. It was also mentioned in the book, and we had to choose a school that was appropriate for California, and we just thought the USC was the best choice. I used a lot of color theory, and I was driving all the colors towards red in the first movie, so there really only was one choice. And we were very fortunate and glad that throughout the entire process, they got approval before we rolled camera, and we made that choice.
Well, great choice. Has Charlotte met Skylar?
No, I don't think. I mean, not in this world, not yet. But who knows what's to come?
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Appreciate
so
it.
much.
Thank you.